Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today we group I will present about cacao tree. Cacao or cocoa is a tree whose scientific name is Theobroma cacao that been named in 1753 by Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus. Theobroma is a Greek word that stands for food of the gods and is in the family of Malvaceae. This tree is a native to the Amazon rainforest, which means it originated from South America like Brazil, Colombia and Peru, but it began spreading around the world after the Spaniards began the process of colonizing and invading the valley of cacao.
Hand harvested by the farmers. Each pod is cut and the seeds are covered in a white mucilage, which eventually will help to ferment the bean to create that wonderful chocolate flavor that we all love. From here, the bean is put into sweat boxes, and the beans will sweat for about 6 days. This is a process of fermentation for flavor development that's absolutely critical in fine chocolate. From here, the bean is then brought to drying tables. So there's millions of beans that are drying together, and depending on the weather or the ambient temperature, the beans can take up to a week to dry before they're really ready to be transported to the various countries. House in a big mountain of chocolate, and then they're quality tested. Once the beans have been shown as having good quality, they are then bagged in these 50-pound bags for export.
1. Here I will explain the chemical process of chocolate from cacao bean. Firstly, the fermentation begins within 24 to 48 hours after pod being opened and lasts for 5 to 7 days. Then, the curing process begins to make changes within the bean. After fermentation, the beans are cleaned, sorted, graded and roasted. During roasting, the vinegar smell produced by fermentation is removed. Then, a winnowing machine will remove the bean shells and leave just the cacao nib. The nib are then grounded and liquefied into cocoa liquor. Then, the cocoa butter is blended into pure liquor to make varieties of chocolate. The amount of it is determined by the kind of chocolate being manufactured. The blended chocolate is refined, slowly mix the ingredients. Then, the chocolate will be tempered when the chocolate is cold. A process called dutching is a process that chocolate will alkalize cocoa solid to make them less bitter and less acidic. Finally, the chocolate will be packaged and stored in suitable storage. That's all for me. Thank you.
Waste management. First, produce cocoa tree fertilizer. 80% of cocoa fruit is discarded as residual biomass, including cocoa pod husk, cocoa bean shell, and cocoa sweetings. Farmers routinely discard these residual byproducts during the initial cocoa beans processing step, occupying waste areas and raising social and environmental concern. Alternative, these biomass residues such as cocoa and husk, cocoa bean skin, and cocoa sweet have been processed to be used as cocoa tree fertilizer. As example, in Malaysia, cocoa fertilizer production by Sarawak native. Second, recycling process to turn unused residue into wrapping paper for chocolate bar. United Kingdom UK specialist material group and fine paper manufacturer Gem Cropper has developed new recycling process to turn unused residue from the 3.5 million ton of cocoa beans produced each year into wrapping paper for chocolate bar. The finished product is a light brown paper packaging that comprises mostly unbleached cellulose fiber from sustainable crops and boasts a 10% cocoa husk content. Third, cocoa can produce cosmetic. Cocoa fat is a natural substance rich in nutrient and vitamin needed by human skin. Cocoa butter is also composed of triacylglycerol, which has more compatibility against facial skin. Cocoa butter and cocoa powder are used as cosmetic ingredients such as lipstick, lip balm, foundation, body cream, and body scrub. For example, Malaysia product like Beautyco product. Fourth, and last, chocolate for medicine. Chocolate is high in calories and contains carbohydrate, sugar, and fats, as well as a number of protein. It is rich in sources of vitamin B12, niacin, riboflavin, vitamin E, and mineral such as phosphorus, manganese, and zinc. It also contains calcium, magnesium, potassium, and iron. Chocolate, especially the dark chocolate variety made from cocoa beans, contain a variety of powerful antioxidants such as flavonoids and polyphenols. Among the goodness of chocolate are reduce heart risk, lose weight, maintains the nervous system, and others. That's all. Thank you.
Safe disposal on the chemical used in the manufacturing process. Okay, we have two safe disposal, which is first a reusing syrup. Okay, fountain confectionery product, candies, irritated, scrambled product, and jelly. Chocolate European nut, if they are converted into natural, colorless, outdoors, syrup can be reused as a basic raw material in any process. For the second, we are using waste paste. Okay, chocolate sweet and other confectionery product are made into a paste in a warm millage or runner mill with the addition of the fine sugar, chocolate paste, cocoa butter, or a combination thereof, depending on the nature of the waste.
The popularity of cocoa. Cocoa trees produce fruit whose seeds are taken to make cocoa and chocolate drinks. The table shows daily price of cocoa beans for wholesaler by the Malaysian Cocoa Board for the date of 5 January 2022. The price is according to the Centre of Cocoa Farm in Malaysia. For moist cocoa beans, the average price at Tawau is 110 per kilogram. The average price at Tenom is 105 per kilogram. For dry beans, the average price at Tenom and Tawau for SMC1 is 6,125 per ton. For SMC2, 5,950 per ton. The average price at Raup for SMC1 is 6,900 per ton. For SMC2 is 6,700 per ton. The average price at Kuching, Sericare and Sibu for SMC1 is 5,625 per ton. For SMC2 is 5,450 per ton.
In conclusion, cocoa is widely used in a variety of industries, including cooking, cosmetic, and pharmacology. Cocoa is currently used most widely in the food and cosmetic industry. As this proof, the cocoa tree has a lot of advantage and application in our daily life.